Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, November 6th, 2023. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. Today's dispatch brought to you by MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Now, to the news. According to the Daily Huddle, $40 billion in unrealized losses hit several banks. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, they're all been part of this. This is a large, significant, how would we say it, a development. And don't forget last week, they just had problems with their direct deposits. Is it all connected? I'm sure it is. How it's going to play out in the long term? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. According to James Lavish on Twitter, the U.S. ended the week last week with $33.7 trillion of federal debt and $211.2 trillion of unfunded liabilities, bringing the total amount owed to $245 trillion. That's approximately 55 times the amount of tax revenues, or the equivalent of someone with a $100,000 salary and having $5.5 million in debt. It can't be sustained. It is unovercomable. There's no way it's going to happen. Hence, the monetary switch we've been talking about. It's here. How it's going to play out exactly, no one knows for sure. But look at what BRICS is doing. Look at what's happening with the Japanese yen. There's a lot of moving parts to this, and it's something, as I always say, to keep an eye on. According to Zero Hedge, an election group slapped with RICO says it can prove Trump won Georgia in 2020. Now, we've talked about this. What's the first domino going to be? Was it the case in Connecticut? Is it going to be this one here? Your guess is as good as mine, but more and more disclosure is taking place. And then also, President Trump said something last weekend, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said one of the most, if not the most significant event in American history is going to take place in the month of November. And he was talking about this November. So, I don't know what that means, but whenever he does say something like that, I tend to pay attention, and you probably should too. According to Breitbart, Russia reported a successful test of a nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile. We tried to do it here in the US, it didn't go well. Russia's doing it. Kim Jong-un in North Korea is playing around with it. Things are heating up, which you don't need me to tell you that, but I'm stating the obvious. According to The Hill, Zelensky over in Ukraine invited Trump to Ukraine because, quote, he can't manage this war, meaning Zelensky couldn't. Trump has said many times he'll end the war in 24 hours if he was given the opportunity. Now, just speaking from his personal perspective, I don't know that I would want him to go over there. Although, if my guess is right, and it probably is, Trump is well insulated no matter where he goes. And I won't get into all the details about that, but I think you know what I mean. And again, I would love to hear your comments and tell me what you guys think. I'm curious to hear your perspective. According to Disclosed TV, 73% of Americans are saying that, quote, things are going badly. This is according to a new government poll by YouGov. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Things are going badly on the surface. But I am one who believes there's a lot of things happening in the background that we're not aware of, or the general population's not aware of, that is ultimately going to play out in our favor. I'm confident of that. And then lastly today, our U.S. military announced they're sending a nuclear submarine to the Middle East. Boy, we've got, two aircraft carrier groups over there now. They're talking about putting troops on the ground, which I don't think is going to happen, at least not in a large scale, but they're posturing. Question is, who's really in control of the military? I have my thoughts, would love to hear yours. So, that's all we have for today. please go to my store, that's mystore.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And as you know, you can find me on Rumble, or you can find me at samshalhoub.com, and I would encourage you to register at one of those two fairly soon if possible. So I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk again soon.